Coming up on Fulton Today, the final week to pay your Fulton County tax bill. We'll have a full report. Also, new twist on old technology helps citizens share their thoughts on the 2018 proposed budget. And the county offers help to those seniors struggling to pay their power bills. That and more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. The final push is underway to get Fulton County property tax owners to pay their 2017 tax bill. Now, the deadline is January 15th, and every dollar is needed as Fulton commissioners consider the 2018 budget. FGTV's Brian Robinson joins us now with more on this story. Brian?
Shani, the January 15th due date is unusual because of the adjustments made to the 2017 assessment notices. Fulton's tax commissioner says with all the changes that have been made, he's optimistic it'll never happen again.
We embarked on what I would call a mission to make sure that everybody who depends on us gets what they need in this year.
After the ruling was announced in November, the tax commissioner's office could start collecting on property taxes. Tax Commissioner Dr. Arthur Ferdinand and his staff worked countless hours to get bills in the mail. Looking to avoid the county having to drain its funds, the tax commissioner announced if bills were received by December 21st, schools and county services could receive the funds needed to operate without interruption. People listened. During the December Board of Commissioners recess meeting, Dr. Ferdinand announced that as of December 20th, his office had received approximately 55% of the county's operating taxes. That's within a 45-day period. During a normal collection year, the average amount of days to receive 50% is around 90. One contributing factor to this success is residents having the opportunity to write off their tax bill in their 2017 taxes. The other is the tax commissioner's new office inside the government center in downtown Atlanta.
In 3, 2, 1.
During a ribbon-cutting ceremony that officially opened the new facility on the first floor, Dr. Ferdinand spoke about how it's helping residents pay their bills in a more convenient manner.
You can see the expression of satisfaction on the faces of our citizens when they come in to pay their property taxes. It's comfortable, they can sit in comfortable places, don't have to stand in lines, they can sit and they're called individually to get service. And the wait is not long,
It's also a brand new facility with new LED, state-of-the-art LED lighting, new flooring, and new features from an office environment perspective that makes it both comfortable for visitors and also employees.
With the tax commissioner opening this office and the North Fulton office early last year, Dr. Ferdinand feels the citizens feel the county is investing in them.
Now, once again, you can pay your taxes in person here at the tax commissioner's new office, or you can log on to fultoncountytaxes.org. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Brian Robinson.
Thank you very much, Brian. Meanwhile, Fulton's top executives using a new approach to engage residents about the 2018 budget. Now, for the first time, the county invited the public to participate in what they called their tele town hall about the budget process. Jessica Corbett-Dominguez was coordinating the entire process. Jessica, welcome to Fulton Today.
Hi, Shania. Thanks for having me.
Well, first things first, explain to everybody how this tele-town hall came about for the budget process.
Fulton County is always looking at how we can best engage citizens across Fulton County in making important policy decisions. So one of our user departments, the Department of Senior Services, had used Teletown Hall earlier, and we thought what a great opportunity to use that same technology to engage citizens and get their input and feedback about the budget process.
And all indications are that this particular tele-town hall was a great success.
We do think that the 2018 budget town hall was a success. We had at one point over 800 callers on the line with us. We heard from a number of residents throughout the county and heard their feedback about some of the things that the county spends money on. Residents were able to call in from the comfort of their own homes or their car or their office or wherever they were to participate. So we felt like the convenience was a plus for them as well.
And so moving forward, will this be a format that you continue to use for the budget process?
You know, we do anticipate using the teletown hall format in the future. We've heard from residents that really thanked us for being innovative in how we did outreach, and we know that our residents are open to new ideas and are excited to give us their feedback. So teletown hall is just one of many things we'll continue to do to keep our citizens engaged and informed and help them participate in the civic process.
Jessica Corbett Dominguez with External Affairs, congratulations, and thank you so much for being here.
Thanks again for having me.
Now, by state law, the 2018 budget must be approved by the end of January. The final opportunity to comment on the spending plan is on January 24th at the recess meeting. You can also watch that meeting live right here on FGTV at 10 a.m. Meanwhile, residents offer their thoughts on proposed road improvements in their community. The Transportation Division of Fulton County's Public Works Department recently invited county residents to give their thoughts and opinions on intersection improvements that will be funded with T-SPLOS dollars. At this session in South Fulton, residents were introduced to the project team who explained what the projects are and what they can do for their community.
Once we receive and analyze technically what this project should do for the community and compile all the comments we're gonna receive, we're gonna decide on the best option before we can proceed to design a particular project.
Each person who attended was given a package to fill out their comments, then submit back. Residents appreciated the opportunity to speak their mind.
The proposals are sound. Now the timing, the long range, it may shape up differently after a while because development is starting to peak back up again. May have to readjust the proposal. But I think on the offering, it's very good.
I don't see any of these being great solutions sometimes. I don't know, that's not very helpful.
More open houses are planned for all county residents throughout the year. You can get the information on the county's website. A number of new attorneys have officially been sworn into service. The Constitution of the United States. Fulton Superior Court Judge Eric Dunaway administered the oath to 100 new lawyers who officially passed the State Bar of Georgia. The group got words of inspiration from Home Depot's Executive General Counsel.
I wanted to convince them to love the profession as much as I love it, to feel a sense of calling, and to use their gratitude for the history and powers of our profession to serve others, to be a part of their community, to leave a legacy of impact on those around them.
The newly sworn-in attorneys can now work in the state of Georgia in their chosen legal field.
Passing the bar is one of the greatest things in my life. I went to Indiana University Maurer School of Law, grew up in Atlanta, so I'm glad to be back at home in Atlanta. Right now I work for King & Spalding here in Atlanta, and just looking to start my career and see where it takes me.
The process was very intense. Becoming a lawyer is a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication, and you need a lot of love from the people who support you the most.
The Fulton County Clerk of Superior Court coordinates the swearing-in services, as that office is the official keeper of all records in Fulton County. Fulton's executive leaders are geared up for this new year and are clear on the goals as they took part in an executive retreat. Department heads and some elected officials met at the Porsche headquarters to hear about the 2018 key initiatives and to wrap up an intense leadership program.
It was a culmination of a multi-week executive leadership program that really brought some of the best training and some of the best thought leadership from University of Georgia.
The team also discussed a new bonus program that's being implemented this year that's triggered by customer satisfaction and reaching department goals. And yes, of course, They also got a chance to eye some of the car eye candy at the facility. And still to come on Fulton Today, students of all ages make a splash in the world of water conservation. Details in our district-by-district coverage next. Fulton commissioners congratulate the new mayor of Atlanta and applaud young citizens for their work on water conservation. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. Fulton commissioners join other local, state, regional, and national officials for the swearing-in of service for Atlanta's 60th mayor. Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms took her official oath of office just after the new year began.
Standing here today as the 60th mayor of Atlanta is truly one of the happiest moments of my life. I want to thank all of Atlanta and each and every one of you here today for your support and encouragement and your faith in me.
Commissioners say they are eager to collaborate with the top executive of the largest city in Fulton County.
I'm excited about what the new mayor will bring to the table in the city of Atlanta, and I'm obviously excited about my skill set here with Fulton County. I've had brief conversations with her. We talked during the campaign. We've spoken briefly since she was elected, since I was elected, and we reaffirmed that we are going to have a very positive working relationship. So goes the city of Atlanta, so goes Fulton County, and so goes the state of Georgia.
Mayor Lance Bottoms says she too is ready for a closer partnership with Fulton officials. In fact, the mayor attended the swearing-in ceremony for Commissioner Natalie Hall. Vice Chairman Bob Ellis and Commissioner Lee Morris congratulate the winners and participants of the county's annual water calendar contest. A number of Fulton County students, including some as young as kindergarten, created works of art depicting the importance of water conservation.
This is the 7th year we've been doing an art calendar that highlights the importance of conservation of water. And so we work with kids all the way from kindergarten through 12th grade in coming up with some unique artwork that captures what conservation of water means to them. And so we have everything from protecting the environment with how we use the water to the water treatment process to just making sure there's water available for everybody.
Siobhan Jane took the coveted honor of winning the calendar's cover photo contest.
I hope they learn to save water and use it wisely.
Several of the students' works will also be featured in the calendar each month. Fulton commissioners also recognize the winner participants and their family members with a proclamation during the final board meeting of 2017. And still to come on Fulton Today, starting the new year off right by changing your diet. Stay with us. The number of grandparents raising grandchildren continues to rise in Fulton County, says juvenile court, and those grandparents are asking for resources. Well, that help is exactly what they got. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has our story.
From wall to wall at the Oak Hill Child, Adolescent, and Family Center were booths and pamphlets, all for grandparents raising grandchildren in Fulton County. Fulton's Board of Health sponsored the resource fair with the help of its community partners.
A lot of times they don't have the knowledge or the resources, and they don't really take care of themselves in many instances because they put the grandchildren first. So really just talking to them from a behavioral health perspective, giving them some resources, giving them contact information, and just giving them some coping skills to work with.
The issues are changing now. So we have more mental health issues in the community. We have more needs for our children in mental health.
According to juvenile court records, in 2016, about 147 children involved in the juvenile court system at one time were being raised by their grandparents, were living below the poverty line, and were not getting help from family members or Medicare. It's why resource fairs like this one can be critical.
As a social worker, I found out that this building houses a lot of the resources and services that people that are in marginalized communities need. The population of grandparents raising their grandchildren is a population that does not have a lot of outlets to get information, and this was a perfect opportunity for them to get that information.
And it's information that Rachel Hill needed and got.
I wanted to find out the information. I think it's very important that grandparents know what's available to them. So I actually came to see what resources they had, and I was very impressed.
Reporting for FGTV, I'm Priscilla Ortega.
Thank you, Priscilla. Meanwhile, Fulton's Senior Services team joins one of their community partners to get seniors some assistance in paying those energy bills. Participants at the Mills Center lined up early to get help this winter season. The county's Department of Senior Services is collaborating with the Fulton Atlanta Community Action Authority to enroll the seniors in the Low-Income Energy Assistance Program.
If they become eligible, they will receive up to $350 toward their energy assistance bill. So that's either on their gas bill or their electrical bill for the 2018 year.
The help came right on time for some seniors.
It's going to help me out a whole lot because I need the assistance because I just had surgery and wasn't able to just, keep my bills going like they should. So I'm looking forward to the assistance.
County residents had to be 60 years or older to enroll in the program and had to provide state ID or driver's license, a social security card, proof of income, and the most current heating bill and electric bill. And to get more information on this program, call 678-427-9122, Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. And to get the new year started right, Fulton brings in a food expert to help its workforce eat healthy.
Lower your fat intake, lower your sodium intake.
Chef Joshen Lawson with Kaiser Permanente walked employees step by step through the process of preparing healthy meals. The county's wellness and fitness team and other employees got advice on how to make changes in their diets this new year that will benefit them and their families in the long run.
But basically showing them, healthy ingredients, functional ingredients, fresh ingredients, how to prep quickly, how to put something together quickly to just have a better nutrition as we eat.
When you're trying to live and eat healthy, you need to sometimes get some information on the outside, especially if you don't know how to eat proper. And a lot of people don't know how to eat proper, so having a chef who's with a healthy mind and have, tips to tell us how we can do it quickly and fast, I enjoy that.
Kaiser Permanente is one of Fulton County's health providers. The company and the county says they believe in preventative health care resources to help keep the workforce healthy. And still to come on Fulton Today, kids get a little bit of the country in the city. We'll explain. Stay with us, everybody. Country and city join forces in the name of education. The Georgia Mobile Dairy Classroom brought its popular mobile dairy program back to the Central Library. Over 200 children were given the opportunity to see a real live cow in person for the first time. They also learned how technology is used to milk a cow, as well as where and how a cow lives.
The kids just embrace it. It's something new, it's different. Most of them have never had the opportunity to see something like this or know how they get their milk on their table for breakfast every morning. So it's an important lesson for them. It also helps them to understand kind of the circle of the food chain and helps them figure out how they get their food every day and how important it is to eat fresh, healthy foods.
The mobile dairy farm travels to libraries and schools across the state and borrows cows from local dairy farmers along the way. For more information on all of the events this new year of the library system, go to afpls.org. And finally, talented hoopsters take to the court to remember a beloved Fulton County coach. The first annual Elbert Outlaw Holiday Classic brought county and city of South Fulton leaders to the Burdett Gymnasium. During the event, Burdett's basketball court was dedicated in memory of Coach Elbert Al Lewis Outlaw, who passed away last year. After the court dedication, some of Fulton County's finest youth boys and girls basketball teams hit the hardwood to show off their skills.
What a great night. What a great night for the family to come together, the parents and the children to remember. You know, we move so fast until it's time for us to remember. Remember the Elbert Outlaws who laid the foundation for what we have here tonight. So we're feeling so good because we're not retreating into the past, but we are honoring our past. And we are making a new determination to make sure that Elbert Outlaw did not live in vain.
We plan to do this each year to grow the tournament. Hopefully it becomes a weekend event. And we also titled it Alumni Weekend. The purpose of that is to invite people to come back and give back to this community.
I just think it was great, the fact that the community can come together and just represent such a great man that was about people. I mean, he was about loving people and loving kids and making sure that the next generation, they were going to be as strong as he was.
Coach Elbert Outlaw was very instrumental in growing the Fulton County Parks and Recreation Department. During his 36 years of service, he grew the basketball program by leaps and bounds. He dedicated his life to coaching basketball players in the county's Parks and Recreation programs, many of whom went on to play in the NBA and the WNBA. The Atlanta Community Food Bank and the Department of Family and Children's Services partnered with the county for this event to assist deserving families over the holidays. What a good man. Well, before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. You can follow FGTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for up-to-date Fulton County news. And you can watch a replay of this show and any other FGTV program anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.